All right, so it's another week, and it's been another very, very busy, crazy week in the land of real estate in Phoenix. What's that look like this week for us? I wanted to give you a couple of things that we saw from a standpoint of the rental side. I think it was actually helpful. We had a sales meeting this week, and oftentimes with those that show our properties, showing specialists, specifically this one was Andrew, let us know what his experiences were and what he's seeing out there. And it's helpful when we can see the metrics, but even more helpful when I can get it straight from those that are doing, right? And in this case, Andrew's out there showing properties, making sure that every one of our tenants meets somebody at the property and gets to get somebody to explain to them a little more about the property and what the expectations are for all of it moving forward. So I've got an update from him, but if you're anything like me, now I've been investing in real estate here for almost 20 years now. So I've got a small portfolio here in town, and even with a small portfolio, I could tell that things had shifted here over this last week because my flipping phone is blowing up off the hook. At least 5 robocalls or calls a day of people asking me if I'm selling real estate and if I want to sell my real estate. So I'm sure you're getting them as well, which tells us that there's a little bit of a shift that's happening from a standpoint of investors who are seeing now that opportunity to get in and try to, talk to investors that might be wanting to sell and might not know what options are available to them. It's these calls as they're starting, and I mean, I'm not even kidding, 5 a day. I'd be shocked if I don't get a call right now while I'm making this video, but it's just been like off the hook. I'm blocking as many of them as I can, but I can't, I don't know, numbers for days. All right, back to what Andrew was saying. So I want to kind of touch on the fact that when we're showing rental properties, and as an owner, I'm not holding that property for longer than 30, maybe 45 days, right? Like I know that every month that property sits on the market, I'm eating it, right? And it's revenue that's lost. And at the end of the day, I want to get that property filled as fast as humanly possible. So, but what happened this week with expectations? We're seeing a surge of renters, a noticeable surge. Now, again, I don't have metrics to support this. I don't have, evidence to back this up other than what are the trends that we're seeing out in the field. And when we're starting to get like consistent feedback from tenants that they're looking to move, not even next month, maybe not even the month, maybe not even May, but they might not be looking to move until June or like, it sounds like even August for a couple of these people. And it's like, whoa, that's some serious tire kicking. First off, we're not going to hold a property that long. So setting that expectation for people is very realistic up front. But what has prompted tenants to feel like they need to get ahead of this market and find a property? What is it? Is it the fear that we are going to be out of properties? Like, is it a low inventory situation where they're expecting that inventory is going to be lower? Is it a situation where they're worried that the economy is going to be, worse? Or are they holding out, hoping that interest rates drop enough to where they can buy? Now, one of the other pieces, number 2, that I mentioned, is that a lot of the tenants that we're seeing right now, more than normal, are downsizing. So we're seeing a large surge of downsizing tenants looking to get into something. Maybe, if you've got a property that you want to be holding for a while, it's a good time to be looking for, somebody that's planning on staying for a minute, especially with interest rates the way that they are. If you've got entry-level houses that are renting, let's find you a long-term tenant and plan on keeping them there for a while. If you're not, if you're planning on selling sooner than later, let's have that conversation too, and let's set that expectation before we're accepting offers for tenants on these properties. Because if we do put a tenant in your property that would love to stay significantly longer than, the year lease that we sign initially, if your plans change or whatever you want to do with it, it might make it a lot easier on you if that person knows right out of the gates that we're expecting to move out sooner than later. We could set that expectation sooner in that process. So cool. Hey, I hope this information is helpful to you. It's an amazing week. I mean, we're so busy right now, which is great with so many different things that are going on. We are blessed to be busy, that's for sure. I think the management piece of things, as we continue to grow and scale, and we're tweaking our property management side of the business every week. We've started a new meeting cadence. For those of you know that what EOS is, we've adopted this program through a service called Bloom Growth. We've got our guy Isaiah there. Thank you, Isaiah. And he does an amazing job through coaching and making sure that we're staying on track and doing what we say we're going to do as a team. And it's really been a game changer as long as we've been with him now for like 4 months. And yeah, I hope you notice it as well. You will begin to notice if you haven't seen it, but you'll really start noticing it here by the end of the year as we really start focusing and tearing apart these systems that we think are just a little bit off and just making our service, just enhancing it more. If we're not growing, we're dying. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If there's anything we can do for you right now, anything we can answer or clarify, please let me know. I love the offline conversations as well to make sure that we're in alignment with where you need us to be, and realistically that we can give you that real information so we can all be ahead of the game. Cool. Thanks for watching.